I was walking in here when you were talking to Luke in the postgame. You mentioned something about the last 4 minutes. Was it something you guys maybe could have done a little bit better, or something Belmont did?
It just is like they went zone, and the first possession we didn't get a great shot, but the next possession we got it wide open, and so if you make it, then everything's changed, and you don't, and that's what it just comes down to, making timely shots. We got 2 great shots against it, and missed both of them, and so if you make those, then everybody's asking Casey, why would you go zone in that moment? Now he looks like a brilliant tactician, and so that's just what it is. And we got 2 great shots, just got to make them. We clearly are not a great shooting team. We did shoot a little bit better tonight, but the past 2 games it's just been being able to make timely shots.
Drew and Jalen combined for 46. Drew hit a bunch of free throws in the second half. With being shorthanded as you were in the backcourt tonight, I guess that was the kind of pick-me-up you were hoping for.
Yeah, Drew. We would expect Drew to play like that more often. It was good to see him get going. I think, not having Kel run in allowed him to have the ball in his hands a little bit more. Jalen obviously played very well. We got to get, they had much more balanced scoring than we did, and I think that's just where we've got to get some more people in the scoring column.
Is Kelron's injury a short-term deal?
I don't know. I really don't.
As I saw, he wasn't really on the injury report until earlier today. What happened there?
That's really, it'd be more between him and our trainer, and I really don't know if he'd be back. He could be back right away. He could be out a long time. I don't know yet.
And then, obviously House out tonight, and then Stafford out for the second straight game. Is there a timeline on him, or is it the same deal?
Same deal. It's we don't know on either one of them, and I don't worry about it. I just go with the next guy. Like when they said he was out today, I'm good. We'll make adjustments. We'll be fine.
And then along those same lines, bench scoring tonight was 39-5. Now I imagine most of that's because you're shorthanded, but.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're bringing Jalen. You have 2 guys, Jalen and Stafford, that are normally on the bench that are coming off that we don't have coming off the bench, and so that would be a lot of points there, and so it impacts our bench pretty heavily when you have 2 good guards out.
And if you're out, if House and Stafford are out for long periods of time, how do you fix that going down the stretch?
I don't know if we need to fix it. The kids are playing hard. They're playing hard. They're not a game that we're not in, and this is my point. Regardless of what the record is, our program has grown a lot in the last year. There were so many games we weren't even in last year, and we are in every game this year. It doesn't matter who we play, and I would guess most teams don't want to see us because of the physicality, because our defense has been so good. We just have to, we've got to grow. And it's the hardest thing to do. This program, this SIU basketball program, has seen 18 years of being mediocre. Really, it's been like when I walk around upstairs here, I look at all these pictures. They're in one of them they're 18 years old or older, and that's the hardest thing to change the way everybody thinks. It really is. To get people over the hump, our coaching staff, our players, the administration, our fans. But we're the ones that have to do it. Like, if you want respect, you have to earn it. And trying to help our players get over that hump, we're going to get there. There isn't any question about it. I see incredible growth from last year to this year. It's not even close. But it doesn't really show up in a record because our schedule's been ridiculous this year. And our kids are beat up from it. And so, our challenge now for our staff is to keep our kids' heads up, because they are playing their tails off. We love these kids, we love this team, and we know how good they are, and I think everybody else in the league knows how good we are too.
And Bucky kind of poked at it a little bit. You kind of did there in that speech there. You guys have been in every game, and outside of
the UIC game, we have been. We were just flat at UIC. We went, the travel was ridiculous. You can make excuses. We've had one game. really, that we've not been in. And I would say the UIC game. What were you going to say?
Sorry, just outside of the away game at Belmont, you guys really haven't found a way to close those, especially in conference season.
No, it's not just that. It's been we have lost 3 overtime games. Our record. But this is how losers talk. Losers say, "Oh, should have, could have, would have," and winners aren't going. If we hadn't made that shot, our record would be a lot less. I'm not interested in talking how losers talk. I've coached long enough. We're going to get it done, and our kids are going to get it done, and we're going to help see them through it.
In that vein, then, how much closer do you feel like this program is to the solution than maybe it was in this juncture last year?
And that's not even close, And anybody that can't see that, but everybody just is going to want to compare it to the record right now, and I get that. But when you look at the schedule we've played this year and the games we've been in and the fight that our players have shown, it just is not even close. And I get my job is to win basketball games in the end. Now, I don't necessarily say it's my job. I think my job is to create the process, and the process will create that. And so we're trying to build a foundation. I'm not a flash in the pan guy. You don't just call me in and go, "Oh, we're gonna, we'll win right away." I'm a program builder, and that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to build it the right way. We're going to build a foundation that when I look at the last 2 programs that I took, they're still doing well because we built those foundations. And so that's what we're trying to do here, and that's what I want to do here. I know the fans badly want to win. I know how bad they do. Believe me, no more than I do. And it's going to happen, but we're gonna get it the right way.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.